I think we're live. Maybe a little early, but not too much. People taking bets on the guitar. This is the one that's most recent, so it's like right there. Don't underestimate that. What's up, Nelson? Ken? Ben? Gary? Joe? Jerry 3G? Trolls? East Bay? Jimmy Ray? Thunder Falcon? Joe Hervey? Aceless Paul? Octopus Ears? Wendell? Rickney? Rev Gary? Nelson? Tony? Tonefish? Fretless Ed? Coots? Larry John? Yeti Matzi, there, I saw that. Hit Metalworks, Double R Guitar, Mark Cartasano. Blind Eye, J Shaft, Speaker. What's up, Tim? Matt. Larry John. Neil. Landon. Tactical. Skyprop. Browns fan, Gary Davlin. Super fan, Gary Davlin. What's up? The Metal Edge. Numinator, Dan Smith. Knees hurt. So we got all the regulars are here. Ron Sokolowski. I went to school. I think his last name was Sokolowski. I think it was. I think it was. Was it S-O-K? I could have sworn there was a guy I went to school with. His first name was Ron, too. And he said his name was actually kind of rare. I'm trying to remember if it was... I thought it was Sokolowski. I thought it, Polish. It was a, he had been living in Florida. And they came up, and like a lot of kids, they didn't have a place to stick them for 7th and 8th grade, so he wound up going to this Catholic school I was going to. And tough years for the dude. But yeah, God, that name just brought me back. I almost want to say it's Ivanowski, but I know that's a different kid. Completely different kid. It was like Sokolowski. It was like this. And I remember it had come up as a part of school, like, about names, and it had come up that his name was actually fairly rare. It's him. Yes, the thing is, I don't know if I have a yearbook for that. If I have a yearbook for that school. Like, I've got one for high school, but I don't know, that was like a lower, they don't really do yearbooks, Yeah, I think you're right. I think there are a lot of Sokolowskis out there. So it was like that, but not exactly. That's why I think he had like a rare. It was similar, but not exact. It was so long ago, right? We're talking 78, 79. He was there for 78, 79, and 79 and 80. Well, he graduated in 80. Steve Scott and Don love the show. That's good to know. I mean, I knew Steve and Scott, but Don's a nice addition. Fred Guitarinsky. It's like it's superstition and school's out. How do you store your coffee? This one I replied to that, but maybe not. You don't put it in the freezer because the freezer will, the coffee will take on the flavor of the other crap in the freezer. Room temperature. And the best way to do it is to just put it in a Tupperware, something that's like very sealed. I always like, comes in that sort of like, what is it, like I guess it's plastic, right? It's sort of like a plastic metal mix, right? Sort of this weird bag. And that seems to be pretty good. But eventually, as you go through the bag, they do get a little stale. But there's nothing you can do about it. Put them in the fridge. Just takes on the flavor of what's in the fridge. Dries the beans out too. So it generally doesn't work out. You're much better off to keep them at room temperature in the dark, out of sun, out of light. And put them in a Tupperware if you really want to keep them. But I just keep them in the bag. I'm too lazy to work on a Tupperware every week. How we get it, Sounds pretty good. Not bad for $2.29. Plus tax and shipping. Hey. What's up, funny ass guitar guy? No, the bridge is fine on it. The problem is that they don't put a nut. They don't put a string retainer behind the nut. So it's like you've got a, it's like you're sort of playing with the tuning. There's ways around it, but the easiest thing to do is just to put a retainer nut on. Unfortunately, the one that would really fit this, I don't know. I'll know tomorrow because I'm getting a couple in. We'll see if they fit. I have one that fits it, but it's for an 11. It's for a 7-string. And that works. But I'd rather not use it because it goes with the 7-string, kit that I have. So I have a 6-string. You can buy like 3 or 4 of them for like $10. And those should be here, I think tomorrow. Or Monday. And I think tomorrow. And we'll see how it goes. If you notice on the Ibanez one, they actually, the plate like comes down wide and then goes back in for the last little bit. That's where they screw in the, I think they cut the plate so that it doesn't hit the retention bar. That's how Ibanez does it. Even though they also have a tilt back headstock. Output on the bridge pickup is 15.6, I think. And the neck was like 8 like 0.9 or 8 point, I think 8.9, something like that. And together it was like 5 something. High fives. How many guitars do you own, possess? I don't know. 2 fewer right now. I just gave away a couple of guitars. In fact, I got one more to give the same dude. He's always up for a new guitar. So, and I had one like right up his alley. So I wound up giving him the Harley Benton with the that looks like the Explorer, which I think Harley Benton is getting rid of. They won't even post a photo of it anymore on Toman's site. I wonder if they got a good old cease and desist on that one, because it seems to be going away, and they're not putting photos of it on the site anymore. Though it seems like several models are for sale, including like some B stock, but I think that's about it. I think they're down to the blue and maybe the pink. I had the black, the gloss black. I think they had the satin blue and like the satin pink, which is really white. Anyway, I gave him that one. And yeah, you remember the Donner guitar? Kind of a sunburst with a satin kind of maple neck. Actually got a pretty nice neck on it. Not bad. It's like $170, $160 guitar. Not a very expensive guitar. I think the EX84 by Harley Benton is more like $299 was the B stock, maybe 3 something, low 3s, $335 for the full price. But then you got to get it here. It used to be $35 for shipping. Now it's I think $70 or $80. So the shipping's up. Floyd those too. I don't have much experience with those. And right, a Kramer Striker, yeah. Everyone's telling you to swap it out. Yeah, it probably is kind of. Those Strikers didn't have good hardware. It was one of the ways they saved money, was to keep the hardware prices down. Do I still have the SC550? No, I gave that to a buddy of mine down. He's been over here. I think we've done a couple of videos together. But I gave him a Squire that he was over here. He'd really like the Squire. And, you know, it's too low to put on reverb and deal with the hassle of shipping it. It's also too low to deal with knuckleheads coming to the house for Craigslist. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to give it to him the next time he's over the Squire. And then like about a year later, I was like, you know what? He had played when he was over here the SC550. I got the one with the EMGs I still have. That's a great guitar. But the gold top, the single cut, the gold top one, he had really liked that one. And I said, you know what? I think that guitar was like $150. I just sent it to him. I was like, here you go. You want a Squire, Fluff? I'll say, dude, I swear to God, I have a Squire ready to go. Needs a little work. You're going to have to, I have the saddle, but I think I'm missing the screw for the saddle and the spring for the saddle. It's a good Squire, though. It's not the garbage one. And it's got, and I'm not even kidding on this, it's got like the metallic black finish, right? I think they called it metallic black. That's their crack marketing team. No, it was something like Galaxy Black or some crap like that. I'll send it. Oh, I'll send it. Rosewood fretboard, large headstock, humbucker, 2 singles. I think I paid, geez, I want to say in 2009. Yeah, I want to say it was around 2009, maybe 2010. I bought that at Daddy's. For Daddy's Junky Music for, I think, like $109. $110. So you know it's good. Actually, the dude who I just gave the Donner and the Harley Benton, the dude who I gave that to, I'm probably going to give him one of the, I got a couple of the Chinese guitars left. I'm going to give him one of those, the that sort of like mustard LP custom there. He's been over here and actually played that guitar. So, he remembered it and mentioned it. And I was like, oh, dude, I'll give that to you. He's like, sweet. I gave him an old Viper, too. With foot switch and everything. Again, something I bought for, like, pretty short money. Like $200, $250 at, like, Daddy's. Like 2009, 2010. And the Viper was a kind of a, it had problems, right? So you couldn't just turn it on with a guitar plugged in. You could have either no sound or a very loud squeal. And the way around it, the workaround was, it knew when you had plugged in. So you just don't plug in. Hey, what's up, RJ? Glad you gave me. Oh, you know what? Now I'm gonna send you the Squire, and you're gonna open it up, and it's gonna be like this big-bodied Harley Benton right there, and you're gonna be like, and be like, yeah, I'm sending you the coolest Squire covered in like hip stickers and shit. And it'll be like that. So the Viper, the way around it is, don't plug anything into it and just turn it on. Just leave it. Let it warm up. Let it go through its routine. Because at the heart of that thing, it's a computer. And after it, like, internally reboots a couple of times, and you got to give it a good, like, 3 to 5 minutes. Then you're good to go. Then it works. Works. Doesn't seem to have a problem. So, but it was a flawed machine. And when you have something like that, and someone's coming over to buy it off of Craigslist, and you're like, so you got to turn it on, and you have to, it's like, I don't need to go through that. You give it to someone who you know for free, they're all too happy to sit and hear about what it takes to make it work. And he said, I talked to him later on the phone, I said, he goes, I got it working. I said, nice. Sweet. Exactly. I'll have some light sensitive, little music player. Plays like, never gonna give you up. You just got bent and rolled. What's up, Mark Effect? So let's talk NAMBLA, the NAMM show. What is up with this NAMBLA? No, seriously. It was rather curious, the lack of people. I was looking at the map earlier today. NAMM 2022. Let's go to the NAMM show. And yeah. So, hold on. Let's go to map your show, or map the lack of show, as the case may be. So, here's the show, right? So, I'm talking to somebody on the phone the other day. We're just chatting, And it was on something completely different. And I happen to say, by the way, as we're wrapping this call up, you gonna go to NAMM? He's like, no. He would normally go with PRS, or be like a guest of PRS, and he's like, no. He's like, PRS isn't going, Fender's not going, Gibson's not going. I said, dude, I know for a fact that Gibson's going. He says, that's not what I'm hearing. I said, no, I literally talked to my Gibson dude. He's telling me that Gibson's going. He's like, that's not what I've heard. And I'm like, okay. So I go here, and, you can do a little search, and if you do a search and you do Gibson, they do show up, right? Gibson, but they're like out here, they're sponsoring like something, like an exhibit or something out here at the, outside. But they don't show up where their normal booth would be, which would be on the second floor, which is right here. And now it's all like NAMM Foundation and to be determined. And I was like, So, again, I don't have any direct knowledge. I'm just sort of piecing this together. I noticed Yamaha moved up to the third floor. Where the frick is Fender? No Fender. You go on here. I'm typing in Fender. And American Way Marketing and CE Distribution and Merlin 5 Products. Nothing. You know, Kiesel, again, would always have a massive booth. No, didn't match any results. No Kiesel. I'm like, no Kiesel? Kiesel usually has a pretty big booth, right? What about Framus? Again, a site, no Framus. Again, they would normally have a pretty big booth. What about Warwick? Is Warwick going to be there? P&L Instruments, but I think these are distributors. I don't think that that's like Warwick. All right? Who else was I looking for? I think ESP is there. ESP? Yeah, ESP Guitars. See that? Yeah. They're up, they're on floor 2. Right, they're up on the 2nd floor. Which is where they normally are, but... Or the 3rd, right. ESP is 2nd floor? Yeah, 2nd floor. So, it's just like, okay, wait. We're getting transmission. No Fender. No Ernie Ball. Seymour Duncan has a tiny booth. Oh, I don't say that about Seymour. Your booth is fine. So stoked. Companies finally learned they don't need outdated NAMM model. Yeah, but we're going to have beer at Bubblegum Shrimp. What? It's not about making money. It's about losing money in drinking. I did see, Martin, Hoshino. So that's Ibanez. Monster Cable. Rockstar Guitars. Vola. But Vola's booth would normally be the size of both of these booths, not just this half a booth. That's like half a booth for them. And a few. Or Wild Customs. Remember the guitar I showed that had the pickups that were like rolled around, like the rotary pickups? That was Wild Customs. Yeah, Reverend. Okay, Reverend's going to be there. And Rev, of course, right next to each other. No confusion there. Walrus Audio. But, like, no Warwick. No, there was a lot of brands that were not coming up. Give me a brand. Any brand. What they should do is have one public day, one press day. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, I think, Fluff, I think that's what was the death of Music Mess, was that it became a public day, and on the public day, there was a lot of thefts going on. And that was sort of like, and then right? And so it got ugly, I think, at Music Mess. And, I think that might have been sort of the downfall. But now that Music Mess is gone, it's like, who's left, dude? NAMM goes. Well, I got to say, I think they made a couple of key mistakes. One, just moving it to June. Yeah, that's right. They're a huge mess for a number of reasons. Organizers also out of their minds. Yeah. The cost of NAMM is through the roof normally, right? You go there and you look at a hotel, and it's like $95, but the week of NAMM it's like $250, right? So this the jacketing happens every year, right? The porkening of people going to the show. That's even worse when you're fighting the mouse, right? right? As soon as Disney is open for business, which they're open for business year round, but they do crap for business in January. And it's a great time to get not quite as screwed, right, as you would as if it was in May, June, July, or August, which is, I think, their peak time. Right? Their peak time probably starts like May 15th and goes through like August 15th. And then kids start to go back in school. Right around the nation. Some kids go back in August and everybody else goes back in September. And they become quote unquote off season. June is an off season for them. And it's just like, to me, the prices were way up from what I was normally seeing. Plus flights are way up, you know. And so it was just like, no, can't do it. Can't do it. I heard next year they're doing it in April. They're going to try to wind the clock back. So next year, they can't go too soon. They can't go from June all the way to January. So to work their way back to January, I heard next year they're going April, and then the next year it's back to January. Which might be the first year I even entertained thinking about possibly going back. There's at least one acoustic guitar company showing up. I tell you, I got friends at Furch. They're not, and they would almost always certainly go Furch and have a booth. He's not going to be there. Harris Music, my God, they've been there every friggin' year. It's who I normally get my passes through. You know, they're my primary go-to guys, Harris Musical. Right? They've been in the wholesale and distribution business for friggin' 30 years. And I didn't see them on the list. Which is shocking, right? Because they're one of those old school, right, sport coat wearing, right, just way old school like NAMM dudes. But now you get cost of the fuel, man. I know. What's so funny, Fluff, is a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, a friend of mine was like, I'm going to NAMM. I was like, cool. He had never been. This is like my fourth time or fifth time. And I was like, cool. And so I met him there. And we walked around and I showed him all the stuff. And I think we got about halfway through the second day. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty much a trade show. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. Because he goes to a lot of trade shows for it. I think he was in the a lot of vending machine businesses, right? And so there's always some new vending machine out there, and they have vending machine friggin' shows where vending machine companies show you their new vending machines. And so, like, he was well versed in the whole trade show, you know, scene. So one time I went to NAMM, and I came back, and oh my God, was I sick. That's the sickest I have been. I was sick for like 2 weeks, and I could not stop coughing. It was like 2015, I think. That sounds about right, 2015. And then a couple of years ago, was it 2 years? Was it 2020? No, 2019. Yeah, 2019, I went, and I got the stomach bug. I spent the night throwing up in the hotel room. I missed like one whole day the next day as I laid in bed, really sitting up on the couch watching TV. Pretty much all day. Couldn't drink the water. Freaking California hard water, God, tasted like garbage. I called them up downstairs. They brought me up a couple of bottles of water. Oh, God, that was sucked. That sucked. Yeah, the worst one's being stuck in the hotel room. You know, 3,500 miles away from your house. You know, throwing up pretty much all night long. Oh, God, that was a wreck. That was a friggin' wreck. I don't think PV's not even listed. Let me look. I think PV's not even listed, dude. You're not even. You wish you were getting the cutout.
Yo,
you wish you were
watching
getting
a
that
live
cutout
show right now.
And I just handed this off to a video because the person who sent me this. Hold on. Hold on. P. I think I hit P and it started up this other video, but you'll live. PV, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, PV's. You're not even going to get the cutout. Could have been food poisoning. You know, I thought about that, but I think food poisoning. You know, I hadn't really had much to eat. It could have been, I suppose, but I don't think so. I think it was. I felt like it was like norovirus, like stomach flu. Oh yeah, that's right. PRS. Let me do a PRS here. No PRS. Throw out any brand name. We'll look them up. Oh, I wonder if like Korg is going to be there, right? That's a pretty big name. Like just to get out of the guitar industry, look for other brands. Okay, where's the booth? Let's take a look here. All right, so check this out. This is interesting. So Korg is here, but these are meeting rooms, right? These are networking at meeting rooms. This is the meeting room area, which means they're not going to have booths, right? This is just come and let's write up some orders. Zildjian's in the meeting room. Duncan, yeah. Duncan's going to have them. They'll be at the meeting room. No booth. Yeah. Or the tiniest of booths. Look at that. Look at that orange. It's like a postage stamp. Right? That's the micro crush of orange booths right there. Who else? Roland. Is Roland Boss going to be there? Oh my God. It did not match. Any results? Boss? Oh my God. All right, Vox? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, Vox is under the Korg umbrella, aren't they? Yeah, see? You put Vox in, Korg comes up. But again, that's a meeting room only. Eventide? I think I saw an Eventide booth. I think Eventide is there. Yeah. They have two booths right next to each other. They can't give them away. Yeah, EVH is Fender, Kramer is Gibson. Oh, right, Dunlop. That's a great brand. Dunloop. Survey says Chessboro Music. I feel like that's a distributor. I don't think that's really Dunlop. Right? It's probably a Dunlop distributor. How about D'Addario? All around D'Addario. Again, No actual D'Addario. Core Company, OMG Music, Chesborough Music Company. Those are distributors. Right, that's distribution. No, there's no Kiesel. I already checked for Kiesel. Kiesel normally has a massive booth. It is shocking that Kiesel is not there. Kiesel's booth is usually pretty freaking big. Warmouth. Oop. Nope. All right, DiMarzio. Survey says DiMarzio, nothing. And DiMarzio normally has a booth. I'll bet Ernie Ball has a booth, though. Well, you know what? If Fender and Gibson aren't coming up. No, Ernie Ball's got a booth. Where are they? Okay, so this looks like... All right. This is like what... See this here? See this block here? See how that's showing inside this black area in here? That's indoors. That's upstairs. That's what Chapman had a couple years ago. He was in one of these meeting rooms in here. So they're having a meeting room and then a fairly small booth. Right, in a booth. But so they have a booth presence and they have a meeting room presence. Right. So because they don't want to truck in the gear. Right? The booths cost money. You got to rent a lot of that apparatus. You know, it costs you tens of thousands of dollars. And it's you got to go through the Teamsters to get the crap in there. Like you can't bring your own stuff in there. You literally have to pay Teamsters to bring it in. So it just the costs, you know, even a booth like this is going to run you friggin' 20, 30 grand. You know, big booth like this is like friggin' $100,000 all day. Maybe $150, maybe $150. Yeah, pretty kooky. Pretty kooky. Who else? No, Chapman Guitars is still around. They're still at they're still at Guitar Center. You know, oh right, JHS, that's a good one. I think there is a JHS, but it's not. I think it's John Hornsby Skews. Yeah. Out of Leeds, right? Yeah. So they're like, that's like vintage guitars. Fred King, yeah. JHS. There's a few brands that are JHS. But that's who's coming up. The other JHS is not. No, Boss wasn't there. Gretsch is under the Fender umbrella, so no. Oh, Schecter. Oh, God, Schecter usually does have quite the booth. Survey says nothing. No Schecter. 9. Charvel's under Fender, so no. Court actually might be there. Yeah, Court Guitars. They're over in Hall D. Multiple brands. Yeah. Hagstrom. Yep. What about vagina guitars? Come on, big money. No. They just get that sweet spot on the walk over. Is anybody buying one of those? Sir, sometimes is there. Nothing. Dead end. You know who else would be there? Would be Friedman. Nothing. How about, let's talk about Wampler? No. I think I searched for Dan Electro earlier, and they weren't there. Dan Electro. Come on, big money. Again, that's a distributor. Chesborough Music. No, Chapman's not there. I searched for Chapman. No result. Come on, Joyo. Again, I think that's a distributor. That's probably the U.S. distribution instead of Joyo themselves. In other words, I don't think Lee's going to be there. Line 6 is under Yamaha, and they will be there. PRS is not there. PRS, come on, big money. Nothing. I searched for Hughes and Kettner earlier. Nothing. New X might. Nothing. Sweetwater sometimes has a booth. Nothing. Reverb definitely has a booth. I saw it. Oh my God, Marshall. The Wall of Marshalls. Yes. Oh, wow. So they're on the end. See, they like to be up front there with the big giant wall. Wow. Interesting. So they're out of the guitar area. They're in like the sound area. Which in a way kind of makes sense. Yeah. Outside the arena. And of course there's nothing in the arena. This arena used to be full. And you got to remember, this is halls A, B, C, and D. Hall E is not even there. The Marriott Hotel used to have Yamaha, and now they're in the building. Oh, it's a goddamn nightmare. I got to think. Focus right there. Focus. Right. They're pretty big. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a whole bunch of focus, right? PreSonus. No, that looks like a distributor. On stage. Yeah, that's a distributor. Donner is there. Moore normally would be there. Yeah, Moore Audio. Yeah, they're down here. Which is normally where they are. They're down in the back of Hall D. That's right, Beatronics. Yeah, they're in the sort of the effects pedal area. Yeah, I see Walrus is down here. 2 Rock amplifiers, so that's a big booth for them. Oh my God, Levy Straps. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're there. Well, Tolman doesn't really have a booth. I've never seen them there. They're a buyer. I've seen Tolman there, but just because I know them. I think Reverend is there. I think they're close to here, too. I think Reverend's over. I think Reverend is definitely there. There's Laney. I think they're down. Yeah, right there. Reverend Guitars. I never see G&L there. I don't remember ever seeing them there. Nope. Now, Fishman normally would have a pretty big booth, actually. Fishman is a staple. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where are they? Yeah. Yeah. Korg is there, but they're only... Roland is not there. Boss is not there. Fishman from Andover, Mass. Sometimes the answer's right in front of you. Yeah, Reverb is there. I know EH, Electro Harmonics, they're there. They're definitely there. U.S. Postal Service. Losing your package today. Hoshino, which is Ibanez. Vola. Yeah, Marshall was there. I don't think MXR, because MXR is Dunlop, and Dunlop wasn't there. Nope. No MXR. Electro Harmonics is there. Harmonics. I think Positive Grid is there. I think they are. Yeah. Where are they? Yeah. They're right by the bathroom. Nice spot there, hot shot. Right outside the shitter. Actually, that's where my friend's booth used to be, and he said, you know what? I'm not going to lie. When you're by the bathroom, you see a lot of traffic. Yeah, it's true. He did. You do see a lot of traffic by the bathroom. Line 6 will be there because they're with Yamaha. ESP will be there because we already looked it up. I don't think Heritage ever goes. I doubt it. I've never seen them there. No, it's all under focus rights distribution. No. Angle is very... I've seen Angle there a couple of times, but they rarely go, actually. I have seen them there a couple of times, but not every year. Oh my God, they are going to be there. Angle is going to be up on the second floor with ESP and Takamine. Takamine. Yeah, Vintage is there. Vintage is there under the JHS, right? Because JHS John Hornsby Skews owns it. Well, if Friedman's not there, then Soldano isn't there. If Wampler isn't there, then Soldano isn't there, right? Let's name all the brands that won't be there. If Friedman, Wampler, and Soldano aren't there, who else isn't going to be there? Diesel. Come on, anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? That's right. I'm hearing Egnator. Okay, we're going. We're working. That's right. Morgan. Good. Gold star for Ben. Yeah, is Bogner under the umbrella? I think you're right. Bogner? Is VHG into that? Yeah. Yeah, Synergy. Synergy won't be there. Taylor says they're there. And Martin definitely has a booth. They have a large booth on the main floor. Let's see if Tay is there. Give us Taylor. Yep. Up on the second floor. Oh yeah, they got a big old booth. Big old booth arena. Alright, yep. A lot of NAMM. A lot of sort of media centers and a lot of learning foundations. Any booths? Any vendors? So, before I forget, I want to call your attention. Let me see if I can. I won't play it. I'm gonna call it up just so you can see what the thumbnail looks like. Hold on there, hot shot. Okay, it's not the greatest thumbnail, but you can kind of, you'll figure it out. Yeah. All right. You should check out this video right here. The Red Hot Chili Peppers perform Give It Away live on the CERN show. It's 3 days old. This video is really, really good, right? They do some other tunes. They do Under the Bridge. It's sort of okay. You know, they do this other tune, sort of all right. There's a big, long interview with John Frusciante. If you want to hear him, it's pretty amazing, right? They're swapping Manly stories, talking about, you know, it's all Chili Pepper stuff, right? But this performance here of them doing Give It Away live, it might be the best performance I've seen of them. Like, certainly, the energy, they're so in the pocket. It's a flawless performance. The mix is incredible. Everybody sounds like so on their game. It's really, really good. And Frusciante's killing it. His solo is amazing. I'm just saying, like, I strongly recommend you check out the Red Hot Chili Peppers performing Give It Away live on the Howard Stern show. It's good. If you can't stand CERN, you only see him for about 15 seconds at the start and 15 seconds at the end. And there you go. The singing is good. The singing on Under the Bridge is pretty weak. Because that dude is much better as a rapper / rap style singer. And so for Give It Away, it works friggin' great. It sounds perfect. It sounds incredible. When he's really singing and he's going to get those vocal lines, the dude has never been that good a singer, ever. Yeah, Black Crow sounded really good too. I don't know who does the sound there, but I'd say in the last 2 years, really, really good audio. Def Leppard was on there a while ago. They did Pour Some Sugar on Me. They did a bunch of tunes, and oh my God, they sounded really freaking good. You know who was on? Remotely was Elton John, and he was just sort of like fooling around on the piano. And what he was showing off is just like, even at his advanced age, just how good a friggin' piano player he is. My God, he was like, that's impressive. That's some impressive piano playing right there, man. He was doing all those gospel, turnarounds, and it takes you get from here to there, and you go through this whole other place with all these chords and harmonizing, and I was like, damn, Elton sounded pretty freaking good. Yeah, Flea when people say, why did Stern tone it down? You can't figure that out. They got bought. It's pretty much the time Mel Karmazin left. He quit because now he had a boss, and he famously said, "I don't have bosses." He was the CEO, and he left. And they had because they had it's almost like a company that's like Bain Capital, right? They're a capital company. They go in and they put money into things, and they put the lion's share, and it became a controlling interest in Sirius XM. And Mel left, right? And they brought in all new man. Oh, they cracked the whip. They're like, yeah, we own you now. And I think everybody had to go through and try out for their job again. Oh no, they got completely taken over. Completely taken over. And that was pretty much the story. That's why the Sibian gone out the door. And they walked in and they were like, what's this whole Howard TV thing? They're like, yeah, we don't make money off of that. That's going. Stop making a radio show for TV. Oh, no, they cracked the whip. They're like, we're not paying you for that. Right around the time Tim Sabian got booted, right? All that. They got, yeah, no, that venture, I wouldn't say venture capital. They're like a capital company. They like to spread their money around, and they spread it into Sirius XM, and then walked in there and said, yeah, we're the captain now. And that's when the change happened. They went from throwing baloney at strippers to they're trying to get big interviews. I think that's what the people told them. This is what we want from you. You're our flagship interviewer. We want you to get A-list celebrities. And we want you to try, because I think there was a feeling that they were like, well, if you want to be on our show, you have to ask us and we'll see if we'll let you on. And they were like, yeah, no, because people aren't going to bow down to you. Go out and start getting people to come on the show. We want A-listers. That's what we're paying you for. And it did. That's exactly what happened to the show. He had to tone it down, bring in way more A-list celebrities, and get rid of the whole stripper thing and all that stuff. Please. No. That was that management company. Pretty much, you can pretty much point to when Mel Karmazin left. That was it. Right? I don't have any bosses. See ya. And the thing is they didn't go corporate. They got bought. They're a public company. Right? That's what happens when you're public. Somebody can just buy you and say, yeah, now we own you. And that's exactly what happened to them. There was enough shares out there that somebody bought up the shares. I think it was a classic hostile takeover. Apparently they didn't have a poison pill. Right? Yeah. Sometimes a firm will buy back a bunch of its stock, right, to drive the price up and drive people who are trying to take it over away. But I don't think they had the capital to do it. So they got taken over. And the rest is history. Yeah, so pretty much when Lisa G goes, the whole Howard TV goes, that all happened. Tim Sabian, the Howard News, all that. They were they walked in, they cleaned house. They're like, no, this is all garbage. Out. See ya. And it was a transition. Stern was running the show. He is and he isn't, though. They still have final say on the content. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I'm sure they went in there and told him that. And was like, what are we paying you for? And they brought in, who's that chick they brought in? Marcy? Right? They put one of their people in there. Yeah, Tim's out. This chick is now your boss. And she's like, yeah, we're not having any more strippers. Right? It pretty much, and they kind of made the people on the show the stars. So people like Ronnie and everybody, right? They all sort of became personas. That's what they sort of did over those years, and they stopped bringing people in, and they just tried to get more celebrities to come in. Yeah, the stripper crap was crap anyway. It's like, how about doing a radio show for radio? That was the great thing about Stern, was that he had this theater of the mind. But it's like, it doesn't work when you have an actual theater and you're trying to work towards this whole TV market, the whole Howard TV thing. He had all these stupid visual, which he had to describe, and they had to have like all these crazy reactions on the radio. It's like, enough. It's enough. Just, it was, I thought it had really lost its way. Right? Starting in like 06, it probably was at its worst at like 010, 011. And when did they get bought out? I want to say probably 12 or 13, somewhere around there. By 14, I think that's when that big change starts to happen. The other thing that was sort of weird is I was talking with, because Bobby listens to Stern. He's like, what's up with Gary, man? The last couple of times I saw him, I thought he looked thin. Like, I hope he's not sick. He's selling his house. Looked kind of depressed. It's like, man, I hope everything's all right with the dude. Maybe I'm imagining things. I hope I am, but I felt like he was trying to put a happy face on in the face of like some pretty bad news. I hope my show never gets bought out. For the right money, wouldn't take much. Just make any offer. So is NAMM over? You know what? I think we'll know by 20. So what's this? This is the 2022, 20. I think we'll know by 2024 for sure. Because I think this year, we'll see if it can survive this year. And see if next year, they get an increase of people like coming back to do the show. If they're not, so let's assume this year that the show is at like 50%, 60%. Next year the show is at 70 to 80%. And then by 2024, the 24 show, which should be in January, because I think this year is June. If they're talking next year, it'll be April as they work their way back to January. If by the time they do that January show, they're not back to like 90 to 95% where they were pre-pandemic, yeah, it probably is over. I don't think they can survive. They rely on that cash to keep that whole friggin' thing going. So who knows what will happen with the NAMM show. I don't know of any summer NAMMs in that time. I think they're both canceled. So, all you're going to have left is Henning's 42 Gear Street with guitar brands you've never heard of and can't buy. I don't know any UFO, let alone jam any. You still have the Jack Butler Charvel? I never owned a Jack Butler Charvel. So how could I still own it if I never owned it? NAMM is, yeah. I think that the I think in what they would love to see is it all goes back to like winter NAMM and summer NAMM, and it all goes back to normal. But summer NAMM might be the casualty. You know what'll be a big test? This Dallas Guitar Show. I have at least one mole going to the Dallas Guitar Show to give me an idea of what the crowd size is. So that might be a good indicator whether, those are back. Because the Dallas Guitar Show is a pretty good show. Yeah, Sweetwater Gear Fest, that's another big one. I've never been to that one. I should probably go one year. If they're still doing it. No, the aquarium, dude, that aquarium is so big. That aquarium is such a thing. That's going to take a while. That's going to take we're planning to get rid of it. It's probably going to take 3 to 6 months to actually get rid of the tank. I probably had a couple of Jack Butlers here, but they weren't mine. I am sure, I am positive that I said, one of the first things I'd say, if it's not my guitar, is, this is not my guitar. I always do. I don't really know any Dire Straits. No. It'd be Henning Skier Street, maybe. Actually, I don't know that he came up with the name. He had a different name. I think someone from legit, he might have promoted it, but I could have sworn the actual name came up by someone from Framus. And they just stole the name from VidCon. Wasn't particularly clever. But he should have it now. I vote for the return of GitCon. That second GitCon was pretty awesome, actually. A lot of good players there. Yeah, I like the Jackson. Nothing wrong with the Jackson. Pretty good for $229. It is a bolt-on, but that's okay. You need to remember every video I did, every second of every video. There's going to be a test later. You were tested earlier, and not looking good, dude. I think Jackson's treating me pretty good. It's a good-looking guitar. They make I want to say everything is practically the same except it's neck through. And it's got Duncan designed pickups. I think it's the same hardware though. And I want to say those are like $5.99 or $6.99, something like that. What's up, Dave? The neck throughs aren't much better. It's just that this guitar is sort of known the soloist sort of look. Although this is probably the dinky. Is there a worse name for a guitar? What marketing genius said, we have a 98% male audience. Let's call it the Jackson Dinky. I mean, I got this Dinky I've been looking at. It's like pretty cool. I'm probably going to pick up that hot new Dinky down at the store. Like, what? You're as bad as vagina guitars. I mean, is it me? You know, it's not the crowd that wants to go bragging about how their guitar is a dinky. Again, marketing 101, but there was a lot of blow going around those years. It refers to the 7/8 size of the body, I know, but why do they even have to do that other than a cost-cutting measure? You know? Call it like Ramsey. Got a Jackson ramrod. Actually, that's pretty bad too. Yeah, the shrinkage, the Jackson shrinkage. Make skinny guys look bigger on stage. You know what? We have a working theory. You know, if everybody's the size of Prince, we're going to need smaller guitars. I know, it's like, what were they thinking? But it's you know, I mean, Kramer called their version of it the Showmaster. As in, I'm showing you my master. They got it right. I don't know any Matheny. No. Yeah, check out my purple dinky. Oh, the jokes write themselves. Skid Row or Queensryche, I don't know anything by either one of those bands. Oh, you could fill a book with the songs I don't know. You keep throwing them out there, though. Probably something will come up. What's up, Leo? Welcome to the party. Now, this is a party. Yeah, see, Eddie Matzi gets it. Now the new Shrink One. You know, I was never into Skid Row back in the 80s. Skid Row was a late 80s band. Gotta remember, I sort of jumped off the metal bandwagon somewhere in 86, 87. Really 86. So, did the band you like, were they popular in 87, 88, or 89, 90? Yeah, I wasn't. Wasn't listening to him. No, I was out before Guns N' Roses. They were like a stupid poser band, right? Look at those get-ups. It's like they're in a goddamn cosplay. And you got to remember that they broke because of a Clint Eastwood movie, right? What was the movie? Oh, God, I used to know that. Was it Welcome to the Jungle? No. It was, oh, God, it was one of his last Dirty Harry movies. Deadpool, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Guns and Posers. You know, you watching a dude out there. Or Deathpool. No, I think it was Deadpool. I don't think I've ever seen Guns N' Roses live. No. I think I did see... I saw Priest. I might have seen... Except, I want to say like that they were on like one of those bills where there was like a bunch of bands. Right? Or they like opened for like the Scorpions or something, or... I forget now. I'd have to go back and look at the... Sometimes I only remember the headliner, but I'm like, where did I see that other band? Yeah, Terminator 2. No, I don't really know a lot of Stevie Ray. Everyone's just striking out tonight. You know, I never really did like Velvet Revolver. You know, it felt like a very forced corporate group. You know, that they had a bunch of artists under their label and they put them together. I never did see Prince live, no. I did see Steely Dan live. I almost saw Quiet Riot live, but I missed them. I heard them go, "Good night!" Wave to everybody. Walk off stage. Don Ho? What's this big one? Tiptoe to the Tulips? No, that's the other guy. Trying to think of Don Ho's big classic. Motorhead at the Channel? Oh yeah, I was at that show. I listened mostly in the parking lot. I should have brought earplugs. Yeah, Tiny Bubbles. That was his big one. They always got one. You know? Yeah, Tiny Bubbles. And then the funny thing is you know, like when I was a kid, I remember like Leon Redbone. I was like, what a cool name. You know, like such a name for like the style of music. Leon Redbone, you know. You know, come to find out its name's like, you know, Gary Bucharski. And I was, oh God. I was like, what? His name isn't really Leon Redbone? It's just a made up stage name? No. Dinky Bubbles. T-Bone Costanza. T-Bone. You know, the best is the jerk store called and they're running out of you. And he gets absolutely destroyed in 1 second. Actually, whole tone. Motorhead at the Worcester Centrum. Speaker, you got to come with me to go see our mutual friend there. Let's see if we can get him to leave the house. I found the cream Chinese custom. You know, the sort of like the Randy Rhoads looking one there. So that's ready to go. We just got to go over there and give it to him and see if we can get him to leave. Walk out. Yeah. Well, let me know. I think he's working at night. I think he still works like late nights. A couple of nights a week. So he's usually around in the afternoon, I think. We'll figure it out. You know, it's the same. He's exactly the same. It's pretty awesome. I gotta say, I thought his apartment was pretty nice. I haven't seen that dude in 20 years. No, it's probably less. You know what? Speaker? I was at, it goes to show you how long ago it's, I was at the Old Country Buffet with my kids, right? When they were like, God, they used to love that place. When they were like, I don't know, like 6 or 7, right? 7 and 8, 6 or 7, 5 and 6, 6 or 7, somewhere around there. And I remember my wife was traveling, and we were in there, and I see him up at one of the food bars. And he was walking past me, and I said, excuse me, sir, you're going to have to come with me. He was like, hey, what's up? And that was the last time I saw him. He came over here, and I took that photo of him. I might have showed you the photo of him playing guitar. And then, God, dude, that was a long time ago. Like 10 years ago. Easy. So, he's pretty much the same. Pretty much the exact same person. God, my kids used to love that place because they had the dessert bar, right? At the country buffet. God. I tell you, if you do low carb, that place can actually be pretty good because you can do the salad They had a lot of low carb stuff, which at the time I was kind of doing that. So it was pretty good. Go out there, eat a bunch of steak and salad. I've never been to a. Have I been to a Sizzler? I don't think I've ever been to a Sizzler. I don't think I've ever been to a Golden Corral. We would go to. I remember one time we were pulling in with my wife and kids, and we're in the parking lot, and I see a bus pull in, and I go, "We got to get in there right now." And they're like, "Why?" I go, "Because that bus is probably full of friggin' kids who are stopping here to go to this friggin' buffet right now." And they're like, "Oh, you think so?" I go, "What else is in this parking lot? What else are they going to?" And sure enough, we got in there. We got our table. We went up and got our food. And all of a sudden, like 60 kids showed up. It was a football team. They were coming back from a big football game. They were all in their football uniforms. And, oh my God, it was like a friggin' flock of locusts showed up. I was like, "Get your food now, because those are hungry teenagers." Everything's about to get stripped. Yeah, casino buffet. You know, I am going to have that third steak. But they closed that place. They closed that place. That place eventually they closed it down. No more country buffet. No Blockbuster Video. At that time, you know who was king? Netflix. And I mean like literally getting the DVDs mailed to your house. Right? Like literally Netflix, where you got to remember they started as did they finally close their DVD service? I think they did, right? It's finally ended. I don't think you can rent DVDs or Blu-rays from them anymore. That whole division is finally, that's how they started out. Papagino's is still around, but Papagino sucks now. Like a lot of things, they went corporate. And, you know, they got into all kinds of food science. You just basically read that to be like cost-cutting measures, right? How can we make the same product for the same money for less money? And their product has really suffered. We do have a place in town that my friends, when we go there, they're like, "This is like the best friggin' pizza. It's like a cornmeal crust and the crazy stuff." I go, "This is what, when I was a kid, this is what friggin', Papagino's was. It was like this really good pizza, and it is just garbage now. Just so friggin' corporate. It's taking a slide. Total slide. Yeah, they killed Blockbuster. Streaming pretty much killed Blockbuster. I loved it when Randy bought the last Blockbuster, right? "I bought this Blockbuster so cheap. Shelly. Come on, Sharon." Yeah, get the meat sweats. Hearing something up there. I love the Cheesecake Factory. In fact, I just my wife was really ill. She was not feeling well. And what she really wanted was everybody out of the house. And my son had just passed his license that day, so we all went over to the Cheesecake Factory over at Chestnut Hill. and it was really good. It was damn good. You know, you got to order right there. Not everything on that list is a hit, but a lot of things are really, really good. I do love that. I do love that. It's the menu is what 100 pages, 200 pages, somewhere around chapter 15. I found an appetizer. Friggin' Cheesecake Factory. And then of course we got cheesecake to go, and I came home with like the meal I got was this like chicken costellaneta or something like that. It's basically flattened chicken breast, and it's fried and crispy, and it's got a crispy coating on it, and they do like a lemon sauce, and they do asparagus and like mashed potatoes, and it's like a lemon. It's wonderful, but they give you 3 chicken breasts. I had like one of them and like a third of the mashed potatoes. I brought the rest home for my wife, and she was like, "It's so good. I'm so sick." Got her a slice of cheesecake to go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Yeah, 235 items and 60 plus cheesecakes. I know, my God, that place is just, it's ridiculous, the size of their menu. Oh, no, asparagus pea. I know when I've had asparagus. I totally have that. I have the crazy stank. You get the stank pea. It's crazy. No, so the piccata is not, I don't think it's breaded, and it has capers. So it's actually a little bit different. And it's served with, I think, a pasta. No, it's like costellaneta, something. Well, you know what? We can look it up. We can talk about it, or we can just go look at it. Chicken. Where is it? I guess it's under specialties? No. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay. There you go. I got this one. Chicken breasts, lightly breaded and sautéed to a crisp golden brown. Yeah, that's it. That's the one I got. It's really good. You're thinking of this one. See? You're thinking piccata is with capers, mushrooms. It's also a lemon cream sauce, but it's they don't bread the chicken, and it's served with a pasta. Oh, I know my Cheesecake Factory. My God, this is the one I would get all the time. The Bang Bang chicken and shrimp. Oh my God, that's a good one. It's a spicy Thai dish with flavors of curry, peanut, chili, and coconut, sautéed with vegetables and served over steamed white rice. This was it, God. For years. Just give me the Bang Bang. I don't like marsala. I've had the spicy cashew chicken. It was spicy. It had a little bit of heat. That's pretty good. I don't think I've ever had the Parmesan. I've just had that. I've never had the orange. I've never had that. I might have had this and just thought it was okay. I had this. I had the chicken and biscuits, and it was just sort of okay. I feel like when you order this, you throw them for a loop. They're like, Jesus, someone ordered the chicken and biscuits. It was just meh. I've had this one before, the Madeira. Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a really good one. Tacos. Taco. Burrito. Korean fried chicken. Have I ever had that one? I don't think so. What else do we have? Let's work our way out. Pastas? Oh, yeah, right. Their menu is friggin' enormous. I mean, this is just in the pastas. I've had that jambalaya. You ever have the Cajun jambalaya? That's actually a really good one. You ever have that one? That's actually a really good one. Not going to lie, that Cajun jambalaya. Have I ever had the... Oh, I think I've had this too. I think I've had the Louisiana. That's a good one too. Yeah. Yeah. Have I ever had any of these other ones come in there? I don't think so. No. Oh, yeah, I think I've had this one. Yeah, this one's pretty sick. So this is 2 dishes. This is the steak Diane and the chicken Madeira, and they just separate it with a big row of mashed. This is wicked good. It's kind of like, red meat and white meat. It's a chicken and beef dish. It's really good. That's a good combo. It's better than this combo with the shrimp scampi. Meh. The other one's a way better combo. And, again, a way better combo than this. They're trying to do surf and turf. It doesn't, nah. Trust me, that chicken dish is way better. Way better. All right. Well, that's one section. I told you, man, their menu is friggin' insane. We're going to do the cheesecakes. I normally get... My daughter got this one last time, the very Ghirardelli. Sometimes I'll get the Oreo Dream Extreme. But I usually get this one, the Godiva. Because that's got a torte on the bottom, a flourless cake. Oh, man, if you were even remotely hungry, you've got to be getting at least a little bit hungry right now. Let's look at the ones I've had over the years. I've never had any of the... I think I had that... No, not the tiramisu. I've had the tiramisu cheesecake. I never had the chocolate bar. I've had the banana. That's my wife's favorite. She's always getting something like kind of fruity. Like even if it's like the raspberry. I've had the white chocolate raspberry. I've had the salted caramel. I've had the Dream Extreme. I've had the Godiva. That's usually my go-to. They had a pineapple upside down one. There it is, that one. We had this one recently. That's pretty sick, actually. Pineapple upside down. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, they'll get you. Just one more thing. Well, while we're here, let's just take a quick look in the few minutes we have left at the appetizers. I tell you what we love. I never had these, but my daughter had them, and she recommended them. We had these southern fried sliders the other day. Those were good. But what we wanted to get, and they didn't have it because they've had supply chain issues, and they didn't have one of the ingredients. Where is it? The Buffalo Blasts. You ever have those, man? Oh, my God. I was like, what the hell is this? She's like, a Buffalo Blast. I'm like, oh, my God. They take, like, chopped chicken and buffalo, grilled chicken and and they put it in a spicy wrapper, like phyllo dough, and they deep fry it. And my God, when I tell you they really are Buffalo Blasts. Oh my God, so friggin' good. I mean, calamari, but I wouldn't go. I mean, you going to the Cheesecake Factory for friggin' calamari? It's like, if I want calamari, we're going over to like Legal Seafood or, a place that does really good calamari. I think I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? It's like Buffalo Blast, chicken fried sliders, sure. You know what? We had these. You see these here? My wife and I ordered these one night, the sweet corn tamale cakes. Maybe it was just the guy that made ours, but they were pretty bad. They were like not very good. We were like, note to self, never order those again. Maybe it was just the dude that made ours up, but they were not good. Pretty bad. Anyway, you know who actually does a pretty good calamari sometimes is the Yard House. You ever go there? They do like a Thai style that's pretty damn good. Yeah. Now they're doing breakfast and brunch all day too. Nice. Hook yourself up with a fatty huevos rancheros. Oh, God. Meet me over at the Cheesecake Factory for an $18 martini and a $12 piece of cheesecake. There's illegal seafood in the Boston airport. Yeah, I've actually been to that legal seafood. Right before I went on a trip, I remember stopping there and getting the spicy fish and chips and a beer and saying, like, God, you should just do this before you take your flights. Because I was so logy after the beer and the stuff. I think I slept on the flight a little bit, which I normally don't do. I love the cheese curds at the Yard House. Michael, I completely agree. Oh my God, dude, those are so good with the dipping sauces. I think there's a sweet chili and then what, like a ranch? No, horseradish, right? So horseradish sauce, dipping sauce, and a sweet chili. Oh my God, those are wicked good, man. The cheese curds, deep fried. I don't think I'd eat seafood before a flight. It's a bit of a risk. Oh, thanks, Jimmy Ray. Cheesecake, baby. That's the cheesecake siren. Is it cheesecake time? I like the sweet chili one more, but I dip both. Yeah. The funny thing is that you say to yourself, am I even going to like the horseradish? Oh, it's so strong. Then you're like, where's that horseradish one? It's so tasty. Oh, thank you, Gary. Got me hungry. Just ordered some burgers. Nice. I tell you, they did a deal. Let me just finish with this story here. In the height of the pandemic, right? Everything was closed. They had announced that everybody was opening back up for curbside, right? Curbside. It's just a few weeks, maybe a couple of months into the pandemic. And everybody was closed. So you're pulling into the mall and nothing is open, right? The mall is completely empty, but there's a line to go to, like, pickup. And they had a whole thing where you had to wear a mask and it'd come up and they basically, you'd give them the order and they'd go and they'd like leave it like next to your car and you'd go out and get it and put it in your car. And they were doing a deal, right? Sort of like welcome back to the Cheesecake Factory. And you could, up to 4 portions, you could get up to 4 servings. It came with their like cheesecake glam burger, whatever the hell that was. It had like sauteed onions and like all the lettuce, and it was like their big giant burger. Fries. It came with like an appetizer, which I forget the appetizer we chose, and everybody got a slice of Oreo Blast cheesecake. You couldn't choose your cheesecake. You had to take the Oreo Blast cheesecake. You couldn't choose your entree. It was the burger. That was it, just the burgers. So burger and fries and cheesecake and like this appetizer that we could all split. It was, for 4 people, it was $40, $10 a head for the burger, the cheesecake, and it came with a drink. They would put a drink in like a to-go thing. And the whole thing was like $40. I think we paid like $42, which was cheap. I mean, that's super cheap. Burgers at that place, I can tell you right now what a burger goes for. It's like $15, let alone a slice of cheesecake, let alone, you know what I'm saying? Let alone throwing an appetizer in it. So, yeah, what do the burgers go for? I'm telling you right now, they're like $12 to $15, easily. Old-fashioned burger. Oh, you know what? They don't have any prices because they don't know which one you're going to, and I'll bet they vary by location. But it's up there, So we were like beside. I remember going there. It was like such a nice, break from all the crap we had been eating. I was like, oh god, this is so freaking good. And there was a line to get that. We weren't the only ones who thought that was a really good deal. Never been to a Cheesecake Factory? It's the type of place you go maybe once or twice a year. It's not cheap. I think a night out with the kids the other day was, I don't know, with an appetizer, 3 meals, which we all took home and had second meals out of. And 4 slices of cheesecake was like $156. And it was $30 in gas. I had to fill up, so it cost me $186 to go out to dinner. I've never had rainbow poutine, but I have had poutine and loved it. I do like poutine with the cheese curds and the brown gravy and the fries. I remember I took a friend of mine. We were going to see Buckethead, and we went to this pub. We got a couple beers. I said, I'm going to order a couple appetizers. I said, I'll get the poutine. He goes, poutine? What the hell is that? I go, check it out. Poutine comes out. He takes a bite. He goes, oh my God. I go, right? He's like, oh my God. It works with beer so well, too. So is this the end of NAMM? Well, we'll know. We went over it in very extensively earlier, and I would say it doesn't look good. They're in the ICU. All right, all the big players are not going, and what will be the fate? Only time will tell. How's that for a non-committal news piece? Raise awareness, but take no position. We'll see. We'll know next year in April. We'll see if anybody comes back. Because right now, on the map, which we were looking earlier, Fender, Gibson, and PRS weren't there. Kiesel. There was a whole bunch of brands that weren't there. Cheesecake Factory outlet store. No, I didn't even know there was such a thing. I know. Poutine. That sounds dirty. Late night cheesecake sesh? Maybe. Well, lucky for me, there's not a close Cheesecake Factory. It's about a 35 to a 40-minute drive for me to get to my closest one. I could drive, pretty much to 3 different ones, but each one would take me about 40 minutes to get to. 35 minutes, somewhere around there. We'll see. We'll see. If I get the cheesecake, we'll have a show later. If I don't, will it be you up for cheesecake later? Could be. We'll see. There is a relatively full pot of coffee up there. That always bodes well. So, you never know. All right, dudes. Super thanks to everyone for hanging out tonight. Super extra mega thanks to anyone who contributed. Really appreciate it. And of course, massive bro hug and shout out to my mod squad. Hashtag mod squad. And I will, you'll Grubhub one over to me. There you go. Actually, that's a bit of a drive. Boy, that'd be an expensive Grubhub, just because of the distance between myself and the place. They may not even cover me because of that distance. Anyway, hashtag Mod Squad, exactly. So maybe I'll see you later. We'll see. And there you go. All right, I'm off, and I will see you guys later. And there you go. Are we buffering? Anyone else buffering? All right, dudes. We'll see you later.